Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tiny Whip Big Range. This time, instead of using a tiny whip, we're using a tiny wing. This is a 440mm wingspan Nano Spec wing. It's something that I got off John Pickles, aka Prototype RC, a few years ago and built, and I've been kind of flying it around the field or the odd parking lot, car park. I've never really thought of sending it out long range, inverted commas, but because as of late I've been sending out a few little tiny whips, I thought I'd give this one a go. So yeah, it's a little 440 wingspan kind of foam core cut wing. It's using a T-motor 1103 8000 kV motor with a little bi-blade 3-inch prop, and it's on 2S, and I'm using one of my usual 520 mAh high voltage lithium lipo packs. It's obviously analog, and I'm using a foxeer toothless 2 Nano cam with a HGLRC Zeus Nano BTX. It's PWM, so there's no GPS, flight controller for stabilization or anything like that. It's pure manual flight, and the only OSD we have is what is supplied by the camera. So the camera gets that voltage there directly from the battery. So currently it's showing there 7.4, 7.5. I'm not 100% convinced it's wholly accurate, but we'll run with it for now, and I'll do some charging tests and see if I can get it more accurate. The goal for this flight was just to fly it out to the 1.2 kilometer mark and just test to see what the voltages were doing and the video feed. But when I got to the 1.2, everything seemed fine, so I kept going for a little bit more. Obviously didn't want to go too far in case that battery voltage there is accurate and I wouldn't get back home again. So I do turn around here very shortly, and that's at about 1.7 kilometer mark. The video feed's still great, but as you'll see as we turn, it does degrade a little bit, but that's just because the antenna orientation changes. You'll see just there, but then it's perfectly fine. I'm using a little side feed True RC antenna. It's mounted in the wing itself, and it's a great job. The whole weight of this little plane, including the battery, is 128 grams, which is a little bit heavier than what John would have spec'd for the wing, but it kind of seems to fly fairly fine. So yeah, now it's just a matter of getting it back home again and getting it onto the ground. We're travelling a lot faster than what a tiny whip would normally travel, so I've confidence that I would get it back, even though I'm still kind of kilometre out, 7 odd volts. But I knew with being higher, I'd be able to glide, and also have a little bit of a tailwind now pushing me. So yeah, I know if I could slacken off the throttle a little bit, the voltage would rise, and then I could just descend to keep the airspeed up. But yeah, just avoid that big puddle there and those trees and get it back on the ground. But yeah, confident enough, no problems with this flight. So going forward, what I'll probably do, I'll charge the battery, see what kind of voltage it rested at, see what capacity it takes on a charge, and see if there's anything on the camera that allows me to adjust the voltage scale. And if I can't adjust the voltage scale, I'll just use the luck and just edge out slightly further and try and learn what the battery itself is showing. It is a PWM Express LRS receiver, so I could probably look at telemetry and see if that's giving me any more accuracy, and then I'll probably just ignore that voltage and just go back to using the radio callouts for voltage. But yeah, there we go. First little attempt, long range with this little wing, 1.7 kilometers, and then we'll go again.